Yes, I've grown up in this area, semi-rural part of Brisbane. It's a beautiful place to be as a young child. I was probably 5 years old when I moved to this area, and had a lovely time roaming the bush, the creeks and the hills, and I guess I became quite an imaginative child in that time, and just used to make up stories and games in my head, and I just loved the way that you could just become lost in another world. So I think that was the start of my journey as a creative person, Margaret. I ended up um, moving to a small dairy farm, actually on a hill in Pullen Vale, and that was that was in the early 80s, 1980s, and used to sit on this hill looking at the city of Brisbane growing in those days. It was a time of a lot of growth here, and I used to have this fascination with the cityscapes that I could see on the horizon slowly growing. So I think that might be part of the reason why I'm interested in buildings as a subject, and architecture. So I think there was a time where, as a young child, I used to do nothing but play with my blocks. I used to love playing with wooden blocks and arranging and making what I guess could be called sculptures. And didn't know it at the time, but I was leaning towards a creative career. So yeah, those sort of things were always in my life. I actually grew up with quite a lot of animals around me too. We had a little farm, and I think just the love of nature and the natural environment was strong in my upbringing and my aesthetic. But I don't do a lot of artwork with animals in them anymore. I think that it may be something for the future,